Welcome to the Cluttered Corner. I'm Chelsea, and this is a very special episode because my Kuretake brush pen runs out of ink finally. I've been talking about this forever. So the thing about it is this brush pen is amazing. So I had this other like felt tip brush pen. It was a Sakura one, and it was great, but then I kind of broke it by using it on watercolor paper. So then I was really upset, and then I actually kind of stopped doing watercolor for a few months because of it. So I kept trying to find a solution, but I was like, if I just buy more of them, I'm just going to break them. And I could never bring myself to do it. So I found out about this refillable brush pen, and I got it. It's a Kuretake, which is a great brand. I love all their stuff. It comes with like 3 things of ink, but they're not waterproof. And I know I could have just replaced it with like waterproof ink right away, but no, I had to use the ink it came with. So I spent, I think, months trying to use up all this ink, which was actually really cool because it, once you start like trying to just draw for the sake of using up the ink, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of pressure off. I don't really feel that pressured about drawing, but it is still like, it's just an exercise in like using up what you have. And so then you just, I don't know, it really improved my drawing using this pen and just being like, I'm just trying to waste ink. So in this video I'm just drawing from some reference photos. When I use this pen, it's just magical. Like, it's a real like brush pen. It's not like a felt tip, it's not quite like using a paintbrush, but kind of. And it's really easy to get just like these broad or like really narrow lines. And it's so easy to do like shadows and, so just using this, like, it made my drawing a lot more fluid. Even when I start using just like a fountain pen or, something that's not a brush pen at all, I still feel like I've learned so much from using this. So anyway, I spent months trying to use up this ink because I really wanted to get to use the waterproof ink so that I could paint while using this. So in this video, I am on my 3rd thing of ink in the Kuretake, and it finally runs out at the end. Not to spoil it, but that's what happens. It's just really, it's a great pen. Like, it's changed how I draw. I just love using it. I do other things though. I use a fountain pen sometimes. I don't really use fine liners that much. I used to use them, but I don't like having to switch between the size. And also they're really easy to like damage if you're using textured paper. I used to draw on pencil and then ink over it with fine liners, but I just can't press lightly enough with a pencil to not have big dents and everything. And I don't know if that's normal. I use one of those like erasers that, the kneaded eraser where you just like mush it in and it picks up the color. I kind of hate it, but even with that, it's just like, there's still lines. And it's not the eraser's job to get rid of like physical indents in the paper. That's on me. It's just, I don't know. I don't like the lines that pencils leave. And whenever I try and draw over them, it's just not the same as the way I drew it the first time. And then I'm like, but the way I drew it the first time was how I wanted it to look. So I don't know. I don't remember when it was. I just got to a point where I was like, I'm just gonna use ink. I'll just draw in ink. And if you make a mistake with ink, it's fine. Just go with it. Just like, the thing with pencil is that, you end up erasing and you can always like see all the erase marks and stuff, and then you're kind of like, eh. And I know it's not for everybody, and I'm not saying you have to like draw with ink, but if you want to draw with ink, just draw with ink. It's fine. If you're worried about it being perfect, like, it's fine. Just see where it goes. It's kind of an adventure. And if it doesn't go how you want, that's okay. Just see what happens. And like I said, it's not for everybody. If you want to draw with pencil and ink over it, that's great. And especially if you can do that and then make something that's, you know, better than the pencil sketch. And you do like a rough sketch and then you do ink over that and it becomes like a beautiful, complicated drawing. I think that is amazing when people do that. But, you know, if you feel like you have to do that and you don't want to, don't do it. Everything can just be a simple drawing. And I just draw. I'll start somewhere and then just kind of, you know, try and work out the proportions as I go, which doesn't always work out. I I'm a messy, chaotic artist, I guess. I don't always think of myself that way, but I kind of am. Perfectionism is overrated because I, well, I don't have that problem so much with my art like this. I struggle with that a lot in writing, and it has definitely made me unhappy, I guess. It's not fun. So like don't kill the things you love for yourself by putting too much pressure on them. Like if if you feel like you have to do it perfectly, then it's not fun. So I just do whatever I feel like. And sometimes things don't turn out, but that's okay. And sometimes when things don't turn out, it's hilarious and I love it. So this is the last picture that I drew with this non-waterproof ink, and I don't know if you can really tell that it's running out of ink, but it is. And then after this, I was able to switch to a waterproof ink and can change colors. And I mean, I don't usually, I just do black, but I could if I wanted. And then I can paint it. So look forward to that. That will be coming up in probably a lot of videos because I do that a lot. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, that's great. Leave me a comment. Do you like to draw in ink or do you like to do pencil sketch first? Do you draw in paper or do you use, you know, digital? Anyway, like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting a lot more stuff like this, which is mostly just me drawing and rambling, and you can come hang out with me. It'll be fun. All right, see you next time on the Cluttered Corner.